Hi. We've been working on Circle this week, haven't we? So in your orange folder, when you open it up, okay, the pages that we were doing are over here. And then over here, they're kind of hiding a little bit, but there's little books, okay? Just like in the color folder, you had the red book. In your shape folder, you have a circle book. And I'm going to show you. It's not hard at all, and I probably could have just said do your circle book, but I still want to go over it. It's the beginning of the year, and I like to really set my standards so the kids know not to just take a crayon and scribble scrabble all over it, okay? All right, so I'm going to put it here, and I'm just going to kind of rearrange this. Yeah, I found out there's another cool device to put over the top of this. I have to figure that out, and then you guys will be able to see it even better. Okay, I don't think that's too bad though. All right, I do want you to write your name, and my silly highlighter is not there again. So let's just pretend this yellow crayon is a highlighter. So if your child can write their name, there's not really that great of a space. I think they could fit it up here. I don't even care, you could put it over here. But do write your name on everything, because if we come back to school and everything gets back in the folders, I just want to take a peek at it. I could give the kids stickers or something so I can see all the paperwork that comes back, and so just hang on to it anyways, and it needs your name, right? Okay, so you're going to put your name on it right there. And if the kids can't write their name, a lot of the kids can write it if they have a sample. So this is not the name tag I gave you guys, but if you put the name here, then they can usually copy it. You know, they'll look and do one letter at a time. Okay, and then eventually they can do it without looking. If they're really struggling, let's say, I'm just gonna take a name. Hey, Lane, I'm gonna use your name just because you have a short name, L-A-N-E, with a highlighter, because crayon, see, I like to use any color, a highlighter is fine. So it's very light, okay? But then they can take their pencil and trace over it. They start at the top and they trace over it. And that's probably the best way to do it, because then they get used to doing the letters like that, okay? All right, so our book is called Circles. I got out my little Cindy circles so you can see this is how you spell circles, C-I-R-C-L-E. That's not really one of the kindergarten words that the kids have to learn. It's not a sight word, they don't need to memorize it, but it's good for them to recognize that. And that's also the title of our little book. You guys are gonna really like these books. We just have 4 for the main shapes. And this little bear is gonna be in every book, and it's super cute. Okay, now I got, to make it fun, I'll show you 2 things, okay? It's super easy to read because it's a pattern book. So pattern books are awesome for beginning readers because they get used to the pattern and they can read it themselves. And the exciting thing is they're gonna really feel like they're reading, okay? So I also, to make it fun, at the beginning of the year, I give them one of these little fingers, and I put one of those in their buckets. Okay, I buy them at Halloween, and I try to buy enough so I have them. Okay, and so I just threw them in. I don't know what color your child got, but I like to put that on my pointer finger and point, and it makes it fun because they know they're supposed to point to the words. Okay, so you see a wagon on this page. Now, another thing we teach when we read, a super important reading skill, is using pictures for context clues. Because we see a wagon on the page, but is a wagon a circle? No, but what are the wheels? So when you look down here, they may not be able to read this book, okay? But look, we say wheels starts with a wah. Okay, now they have to know this word because it's on every single page. It is a sight word. It's not one of the first words we do, but I usually just hold it up and I say, look, this is going to be on every single page. A-R-E spells R. Okay, like the first sight words we do, of course, are A, is, and the, the easy ones. And R is not one of the first ones. Okay, it might be in the top 20, but it's not, the first 5 that we learn. So, but I show it to them anyways, okay? All right, and then they at least recognize. Okay, so wheels are circles, and maybe they'll recognize that word from the title or from this. Okay, wheels are circles, and we also teach them that at the end there's a little dot. Okay, I think I mentioned that the other day. That dot's called a period, and it means we're going to stop. Now, I also like to point out the spaces between the words, so they don't read it. Wheels are circles. Wheels are circles, and stop at the period. I love my little pointer. Okay. Now let's look at the picture before we read. All right, here's the little bear with the cute little buttons. Okay, is a jacket a circle, or are the buttons? Yeah, so when you go down here, guess what that word is? Buttons. And if you're not sure what the word is, because bear starts with a B and button starts with a B, okay, you look at the first word, but is a bear a circle? No, so buttons are circles. And again, there's a little tiny dot, which is a period. So we're reading the book first, and then the kids get to color, okay? All right, I think this one's gonna be an easy one, okay? We've got 3 balls. We have a baseball, a soccer ball. I don't know, that could be a basketball or it could be a beach ball, I'm not sure. Okay, balls, and we know that's balls because we looked at the picture, but also because it starts with a B, right? Balls are circles. So again, you can point out this word has been on every single page. Okay, ooh, this one's yummy. Okay, what is a bear? He's got a big plate full of cookies. They look like chocolate chip or maybe raisin, okay? So down here, cookies, does that make sense? Could this word be cookies? Even if you can't read it, that makes sense. Cookies are circles. I see something else that's a circle. Huh, the bear's nose, and look at the plate. But the word is cookies because we looked at the picture. Cookies are circles. I'm pointing to the words. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention, of course, we read from left to right. Now that seems obvious to us grown-ups, but to kids sometimes it's not. They might go, are circles cookies? Or are cookies circles? That actually makes sense, but just make sure that they know they're starting from the first word is on the left, okay? The second word is in the middle. The third word. This is a simple book because there's only 3 words on the page. What we're talking about here, the spaces and left to right and looking at the picture first, that's all called concepts about print. The kids have to know those basic concepts before they can read at all. Okay, this one says, oh, what are these? Tick-tock. Clocks. Clocks are circles, okay, with a period at the end. Now, this page is a little bit harder, but it's going to be in every single book. And it's a little poem, so they'll get it, because when we do it over and over. Okay, so now there's a circle, here's a circle, the bear is holding a circle. So now it says circles, circles, everywhere. Now, of course, that's not a kindergarten word, so you just read it for them. Circles, circles, everywhere. I'm going to turn the page. I love circles, says the bear. And again, those aren't really kindergarten words, but they're going to get used to it. So it's just a rhyme, and they just memorize it. So circles, circles everywhere. I love circles, says the bear. Okay, and then on the next one is going to be repeat. The triangle book will say the same. The square and the rectangle book will say the same thing. And now you see the cute little bear with all the things that he's collected, like you guys did in your shape hunt. But he's putting it inside his wagon with the circle wheels. Isn't that cute? I just love these books. So I worked hard to get these books all cut apart and stapled because I wanted to send them home. Because, we're not reading, we're not going to start our National Geographic reading books for a while. And I need to make sure that the kids have something to read. All right, now your name is already on it. Now you can color. Now, I don't think I'm going to color every single page, but I am going to do the first one. Since we were working on red this week, I'm going to color my circle red, because then I can sing my song. Now try as hard as you can to stay in the lines. I have been very impressed with the kids coloring. Not everyone has the fine motor skills at this time. I got some that are a little scribbly, but that's okay. That'll come with time. But for now, remember, pointer, third finger, middle finger, okay, thumb, and we're not going to hold our crayon like this. I know I've done this a whole bunch of times, but I sometimes you have to knock it into your brain, right? Okay, not even in the middle, but up here. Okay, please don't wrap your fingers around it like that, especially not like this. So I'm going to pinch, okay, pencil grip, crayon grip. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and color. So I'm going to be very, very careful. I was going to show you what not to do, but I don't want to ruin my little circle book because it's so nice. I want to keep it, but I will sort of show you when I'm done. I've got my circle. I just color back and forth, back and forth. I try not to leave white. Okay, you don't want to skip anything. All right, I love it, I love it. All right, now what not to do is, and I don't know if you noticed, but I like to outline because it helps me stay in the lines when I trace around it first. But please don't just, take a red and color everything. All right, I don't want my bear red. I'm gonna put my bear brown like a real bear. Or bears can be black. I know, kids always say, I'm making a polar bear, I'm gonna leave it white. That's all right, but I would like to do a little brown bear holding. So I'm gonna do this one. And I like to outline again. Outlining just means you trace the black lines and it helps you to stay in the line because you've kind of focused and you know where the lines are. So here's my cute little bear. I think I might color the inside of the ears a lighter color or maybe even a pink. I know a bunny rabbit has inside of his ears are pink. I think inside of our ears are pink, huh? Even people, if you look inside somebody's ears, they're a little pink inside. Okay, I'm gonna do that just to add a little more color. Yeah, that's good. So I'm coloring it. Do a really nice job, boys and girls. You color your wagon. Most of the time wagons are red, but not always, so I really don't care what color. I tell you one thing you can do though, I think I will do a few more pages. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the crayons that I gave you, there's 2 crayons and they both look like red. I keep grabbing this one, and when I color with it, it's more of a magenta or pink, and then this one. So what you have to do, you can either try it out, test it out, or you look, or have mommy and daddy look at the words. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm pretty sure this is just R-E-D. It says R-E-D on it. And this one, I think, says a scarlet red, or it's a different shade of red. So make sure you have your red when when you need it. It doesn't matter if you're just coloring for fun. But I'm going to show you what I like to do, especially kids who really like to color. Okay, if your child doesn't really like to color, we need them to do it. I know in kindergarten sometimes, I hate to stereotype, but sometimes it's the boys and they'll go, I'm done. I don't want to color anymore. They get tired of it. And sometimes girls too. But some boys are just excellent at coloring and they like to take their time. Okay. But if the kids who really love to color, okay, if you want to, you could add some grass. I don't know if the wagon would be in the grass or on a sidewalk, but there you go. And you could even if it's not there, you could add a sun in the sky. I'm gonna do that. So you can always add some more details. I'll just make it, but definitely color the object or the thing that has the circles on it. And if you want to add a little bit more, I could even put a little blue sky in there. And that does take a lot longer though, right? But I want you to do the best you can because these books are special because you can read them. And then you're going to save it. You're going to read it. Now, in kindergarten, I keep thinking of things. Sorry. We always have the kids make a book box. Okay, and then they put all the little books, like the color books and this in the book box. I think I was telling you to put it back in your folder. That's up to you, however you want to organize. Now, I'm not going to color the whole thing. It takes too long, but I could color, the bear brown, and I could color the jacket and the buttons, whatever color you want. Okay, again, the soccer ball, you could leave that white. Baseball, you could color this either very colorful, like a beach ball, or orange, like a basketball. And you got some grass down here. Okay, again, the bear, look at his cute little tongue. I think he's going, these are delicious. Okay, so I'm not gonna color every single page. Take your time. You don't have to take a picture of every single page, boys and girls. Just take a picture of the cover, okay? And I just wanna know that you do it. And when I see that, when you send me a picture, then I know that you watched the video because you wouldn't know what to do unless you watched it, right? So, okay, thank you. That's gonna be a fun one. Bye-bye.